Hello on this very foggy morning. Those who follow my work know that I really enjoy a foggy day, and today was ideal. In fact, I struggled with, do I go paddling somewhere on a river or do I go for a hike, and I opted for a hike. Today I'm on the Sweetwater Trail that starts in Tripoli and goes out to the Wapsipinicon River. I'm going to take a hike out there, see what I can do, see what I can find for photo opportunities, and I invite you to join me. So let's go for a foggy hike. As I walked along the trail here, I noticed these red berries. Not sure if the camera's even able to focus, but I did shoot a couple pictures of them, and if they turned out, I'll include them here. This is quite a different hike for me in that I left my long lens back. I'm not carrying it. I don't have the heavy tripod. I just have my backpack, my camera that I'm using right now, and this video camera. That's it. And it's a lot lighter load than I'm used to. I like it. We'll see if I feel the same way if I actually see something, some wildlife, which is possible. Deer, fox, coyote, birds, we'll see. Still, I'm enjoying the hike. Since Christy and I moved, I haven't been on the Sweetwater Trail. When we were residents of Tripoli, I hiked it or biked it quite often. In fact, when the trail was first being worked on, I helped clear a bunch of trees for it. So the trail, even though I haven't used it much, is still something kind of special to me, and I just wanted to go out and see it, especially in the fog. So this is kind of like a homecoming for me of sorts. Even though it's just a trail, and just a relatively short trail, it's still a special trail that I like. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but that tall conifer on the right edge of that row of trees has a old rusty windmill sticking out of the right side of it. I'm going to try to shoot a couple of pictures of it, and if one of those turns out, I will add it here. Along the Sweetwater Trail, there are informational signs. And I can't remember what we spaced these out at, but those signs are something that I donated. All along here it talks about the wildlife, the flora, the fauna, and then the big composite signs on either end of the trail, I also donated those. As I said, this trail is special to me. Conveniently spaced along the trail are benches, either giving honor to people or memorializing folks. This bench was donated by the Moling family. I knew both Lavina and Adolf. They were good people, and know the kids too. Good folks. Anyway, they have donated that bench, and there are other benches along the trail in memory of people that are no longer with us, but that were important in the history of Tripoli. This stretch in here and then up at the corner is the lowest spot on the trail. When the river backs up, or when the river is flooding, the water backs up into this area and then around this corner. For me, I just look at the USGS gauge for Tripoli and I can tell when I shouldn't pass through here. And I believe it's like 11.5. It's at that point or greater that you wouldn't be able to get through here. If my memory's wrong on that, I'll put a graphic over top and let you know. I guess it's safe to say if the river is flooding, you probably can't get through here. You can see that the trail material switched from asphalt to concrete. This is one of those areas where it has a tendency to flood and wash out. I'm a little disappointed that we're just using waste concrete to stabilize. That looks awful. But it is what it is, I guess. Better than the trail washing out. I hadn't seen that before. That's a bit disappointing. And along here, this stretch looking forward, is the area where I helped clear out when this trail was first being laid out. This bench was donated in honor of Carter Stevens, one of the city attorneys over the years, and Carter did quite a bit of work to help the city of Tripoli, and this bench is placed in his honor. Thanks for your help, Carter. There you see what's left of, as my understanding is, this was a former train car that was converted to a cabin that has been allowed to deteriorate with nature. It certainly looks like it could be a train car. I've got no reason to dispute that. It's just been there for as long as I can remember. Even as a kid, it's been there, and slowly but surely, nature's taking it back. In the old days, there used to be a rail line that ran between Tripoli and I can't remember if it was Sumner and Waverly or exactly where it was. Anyway, there used to be a rail line, and part of this trail, I believe, is on that rail line. Clearly parts aren't, but I believe parts are. And that rail line towards the end was called the Dinky. Used to go through Tripoli down by where the Sweetwater Trail and the Welcome Center is. Just a short distance off of the hard surface trail, the hard surface Sweetwater Trail, is the Wapsipinicon River, and that opposite bank is Sweet Marsh. I am recording this on December 23rd, and you'll notice that there's some ice on the river, but not much, because we're having unusually warm days. I've been told in the old days this was quite the hot fishing spot. I don't know if it still is or not. The Sweetwater Trail is open year-round. However, because of its close proximity to good wildlife habitat, including Sweet Marsh and the Wapsipinicon River, I would suggest that you avoid the trail during the 2 shotgun seasons, or if you do insist on exploring the trail during the shotgun seasons, I'd be sure I'm wearing blaze orange. If my understanding is correct, this section of the Sweetwater Trail is definitely on the old railroad bed. In fact, up there on the Wapsipinicon River, which is in the brush up there, there are still some old bridge pilings visible. Stumps that you have to paddle around if there's actually enough water that you can paddle that stretch. I mentioned the bridge pilings for the old railroad. Right there they are. I don't know if this camera is going to pick them up. So I will shoot pictures with my better camera and put them here. When you reach this point, you are reaching the farthest end of the Sweetwater Trail, where the trail meets up to the highway that takes you to Sweet Marsh and the Wapsipinicon River accesses, owned and managed by Bremer County Conservation. There is a small parking lot here, so you can park a vehicle or fish or unload bikes, whatever you want to do. But there is a place to park vehicles. There are no facilities, if you're wondering about that. I have reached the outer end of the Sweetwater Trail, where the trail meets up with the highway leading to Sweet Marsh and Wapsipinicon areas, and then the countryside. I'm going to walk back. I don't think I'll shoot any video, but if I find something interesting, I'll add pictures at the end of this video. If you like these kind of videos, I encourage you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I never know what I'm going to shoot. It's just when I'm out. Sometimes I'll grab the cameras and I'll make a video out of it and I'll share it with others. So if you like this, click and subscribe so you know when something else new is put out. For those who have stuck with me, I thank you for watching and enjoy your day.